It's exciting to kick off with the distance event. All these people here, they understand the steeplechase. They're excited to watch these athletes compete. And the caliber of these heats is unbelievable. The best of the best are all here in Eugene.
Look for hip number 4. That is Team USA's Bernard Keeter, one of 3 Team USA members in this men's steeplechase. Gold medalist from Tokyo, far right, all in red, El Bakali. Building towards the final on Monday evening, first of 3 heats underway, and El Bakali just goes straight to the front, no messing about.
You know, sometimes the prelims and heats can be more nerve-wracking than the final because you don't want to make any mistakes. You need to make sure you're there for that final. So we'll see what happens here. Often they're very strategic, and typically the heats get faster as they go on because everyone knows what times they need to run to advance.
Bernard Keeter a little further back. You'll pick him up in a moment, but I just caught a shot of him at the back of the pack. Wale is second, the Ethiopian, in the familiar green and red Ethiopian colours. And there's Bakali out wide.
We see Bakali, he likes to stay out of trouble. He really doesn't like to take the lead early on. He likes to run a clean race, but sit back and sort of let someone else take the lead. And that's what we see him doing here. Sitting back, he's happy to hang back, get good view of the barriers coming up, and just know who's around him. They all want to get that top 3. They want to know automatically that they're moving on. So there'll be a lot more strategy in the final laps as they try to position themselves.
Talk about a stacked first heat, and you expect this at the World Championships, but all but 2 athletes in this first heat are Olympians. Martos of Spain up front. Now here comes Wale, just edging to the front, easing to the front for the first time through the water jump.
And that's where we see a lot of different skills over that water jump. You know, you want to land as far out as possible. The shorter you land, the deeper the water is. So we see a lot of different technique over there. That's a position where El Bakali does a beautiful job of really landing at the very edge of the water pit.
We got things going a little earlier with the women's shot put competition. Let's check in with Paul and Trey on what the latest is, guys.
Yeah, thanks very much, Lee. The world leader in this event is American Chase Ely. Made quick work of qualifying.
One and done over that long yellow qualification line. Chase moved out to the UK this year to switch things up, and she is undefeated so far.
Good stuff, good start as we go back to the opening heat of the men's 3,000. And the gold medalist from Tokyo on the left of your screen, El Bakali, well in touch there. Here comes Bet on the outside, and he'll be one to watch as well. That's Kipkemoi Bet, Leonard Kipkemoi Bet of Kenya. And speaking of Kenya, the country has had the most remarkable track record in this event at the World Championships. It has won 13 of the last 15, which is just incredible. Will that run continue?
You know, we'll see. There will be 4 Kenyan athletes in these prelims because they have Kipruto, Cornelius Kipruto, who's the 2-time defending champion. He won in 2017 and again in 2019. So he had an automatic bid into these championships.
So 5 laps to go from this point. Wale just holding a nice pace out front.
You know, Wale is an excellent 5,000-meter runner. Really, really good. One of the very best in the world. And it's interesting to see someone that has strength like that also run the steeplechase. He got out-kicked at the Olympic Games. He was in 3rd position and lost it in the final 100 meters. But hopefully all that strength he's done from running the 5,000, running well under 13 minutes, will help him in the latter stages of this race and of the final.
Got a shot of Buckingham there at the back of the pack. He's had a pretty limited season this year with a leg injury, but just to be here at the World Championships shows a sign of his determination. Remember, top 3 of each heat go automatically through to the final, and then it's the next 6 fastest times will compose that final on Monday to go for a World Championship.
We've seen Bernard Keeter from the USA, he's moved up. He was way in the back, but now he has moved up right off this lead group, putting himself in a position. He did make the final in Tokyo and finished 11th, so he definitely has the capability and the talent to move on to the final.
It's been a good start too on the inside, right on the rail there from Kosai Yamaguchi of Japan, who qualified for the Tokyo Olympics. Huge moment for him at home last summer in Tokyo. He was eliminated though in the heats. There he is there. You can see number 8 right on the inside there.
So Lee, right now they're on about 8:27 pace, and while that's a good clip, that should be pretty leisurely for most of the men here, and I think that's why we're starting to see a little pull away here. You know, El Bakkali's run under 8 minutes this year, so this is really pedestrian for him. He's just trying to stay in a position where he can capitalize on that final lap and make sure he's in that top 3. But I would expect this to heat up over the next couple laps as they head towards the finish, just because this is a very comfortable pace for these men right now.
And Carrie, you mentioned that 8-minute mark. That is, in fact, the meet record. 8 minutes even, 43 is that meet record, and that is very that it can definitely be broken here by the caliber of the field that we have here at Hayward this year for these World Championships, the very first on US soil, with 3 laps to go from here in this opening heat. The Tokyo gold medalist is not looking phased. He looks in. He's just easing, isn't he? Where is he? 2-4. He's in 6th place at the moment, all in red. El Bakkali of Morocco.
And that's just how he runs. He is confident in his finish. He is confident he will find the room. He's happy to sit back and let other people jostle, let other people pull people through. And he's just confident. He believes that with 200 meters to go, 300 meters to go, no one's going to get by him. He's going to chase everyone down.
First good shot we've got of the 30-year-old Bernard Keita. Just on the outside there in the USA colours. Just staying with the pack, starting to make a move now. There he goes.
Yeah, this is a powerful move by him. He really moved up through the field on the outside there, and now he's gone right to the shoulder of Wale there. You know, he trains with Hillary Bohr, the American champion in the steeplechase, who we'll see in a later heat, and they have confidence training together that they deserve to be here, they belong here, they deserve to be in that final.
Bernard finished 3rd at the recent USATF National Championships, which is, of course, a qualifier here. Final 2 laps coming up in the first heat of the men's 3,000 steeplechase. He was the only American to make the final in Tokyo, Bernard Keita. So can he stay there in this top 3 inside these final 2 laps to confirm his position to Monday night's final?
So what's difficult in this event, Lee, is that only the top 3 automatically qualify, and there are 3 heats. They're definitely picking it up now because they want to be in those top 3 spots. The next 6 spots will rely on time. So the further you are in the heats, the more of an opportunity you have. You know the time you have to run to get through. Being in the first heat is a little stressful because you don't know how fast the other heats will go. So it becomes really, really important that you finish in that top 3.
Abraham Kibiwott, look for him. He's hip number 10. He's sitting on the inside there now. Here comes the Tokyo gold medalist. El Bakkali is not going to hang around any longer. So Wale, Team USA's Bernard Keita, then El Bakkali. The bell lap is coming up.
Wale has led almost this entire heat. He really needs to make sure he protects his position here on this final lap. But we see El Bakkali, this is where he likes to be. He likes to be on the shoulder and hunting. And he's in a perfect position to secure a top 3 spot here.
So they've broken away the top 5 or 6. Who's going to make that top 3 cutoff? Bernard Keita of Team USA is in good shape. But here come the Kenyans, Bet and Kibiwott.
And they are flying now, Lee. They are not leaving anything to chance. Like I said, they can't risk not moving on to that final, and they are really in full flight right now. We can see the pain on Wale's face. He is running hard and trying to hold off anyone that's trying to challenge him.
Bernard Keita has lost touch with this front group of 4. Spain's Martos is trying to hang in there, but the Tokyo gold medalist, the Moroccan, had them well in check, puts himself in front ahead of Wale and the 2 Kenyans on the way home to confirm his spot. It's a bit of a scramble. Top 3 automatically go through. Wale's going to miss out. It's the Moroccan and the 2 Kenyans. Bet and Kibiwott go through in a time of 8:16.65.
Well, they really picked it up in that second half. They knew they needed to, and we saw El Bakkali really show that why he is the Olympic champion. He stays so calm. He believes in his fitness. He believes in when he can make a move.
There's Bernard Keita, who had a good race, but this is the final stretch. This is the run to home. Look at Wale on the inside.
And Wale is hurting, but you see El Bakkali is just confident. He's looking over his shoulder. He wants to win the heat, why not? But he wants to make sure that he gets that position. He looks so relaxed coming down there. You have to believe there's a lot more in the tank for the final.
How about Kibiwott of Kenya telling his countryman and teammate Leonard Kipkemoy Bet, hey, calm down. We've got it. We're in the top 3.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, right? Like he's saying, hey, we've got this. Save that for the final. Don't waste that now. Be calm. We're through. And Wale will be disappointed disappointed to have been passed by so many people in that final lap. And it ended up being a relatively good heat, especially of the way it started, so we'll have to wait on time to see if Keeter will move on.
So there we go, we're up and running on the track. You saw the Tokyo gold medalist win. There's another one of the big contenders for the World Championship. Ethiopia's Germa, he's up next.
The Olympics for the U.S. men, and the first where they got no gold medals on the track.
Thanks, mate. Looking forward to seeing you a little bit later for those 7 heats of the men's 100 metres. Meanwhile, we continue with the men's 3,000 metre steeplechase. This is the second of 3 heats. And Cara, this is Cancelas Kipruto, who will be one of the favourites here in Oregon.
There are a lot of questions about Kipruto Lee. He hasn't raced in 2 years. He was the man of the steeplechase, Olympic champion in 2016, world champion in 27 and 2019. But then we didn't see him. He was injured. He was dealing with some other personal things. But he said that he felt like Kenya lost the title at the Olympics because he was not there.
Because he wasn't there. And he does have a history of coming back. We'll talk more about that. Lemecha Germa of Ethiopia, where do you put his chances?
Germa is running unbelievable. He's run under 8 minutes